The anticipation is heavy in the air. After over a decade of waiting, the sequel to the highest-grossing movie of all time is finally here, and fans are buzzing about what James Cameron has planned next. Avatar. The Way of Water isn't just another blockbuster, it's the foundation for a massive saga that Cameron insists will only grow in scope, intensity, and emotional weight. But while audiences are just now preparing to dive back into Pandora's oceans, Cameron and his producing partner, John Landau, have already lifted the curtain ever so slightly on what's coming in Avatar 4 and Avatar 5, and if their words are anything to go by, the best may still be ahead. Cameron revealed that when he first handed over the script for the fourth installment, the studio's creative executive responded with a single word: holy. No notes, no suggestions, just pure shock at the scale of what Cameron had envisioned. That reaction alone hints that Avatar 4 may be one of the boldest narrative leaps the series has ever attempted, and yet it's the fifth installment that has fans the most curious. According to Landau, Avatar 5 won't keep us confined to Pandora. For the first time in the series, the Na'vi themselves will set foot on Earth. The plan is to show Neytiri, a character who has always viewed humanity as destroyers, what Earth truly looks like. Not the military-industrial machine of the RDA, but the richness, beauty, and struggle of the human world that Reveal alone marks a seismic shift in the storytelling. Until now, Earth has been a distant, ominous presence, mentioned in whispers, feared as a symbol of greed and destruction. But Cameron and Landau's ambition is bigger. They want to flip the perspective, to let the Na'vi, and through them, the audience, experience our own planet in a new way. Neytiri's journey to Earth isn't just a narrative twist, it's a thematic gamble. Can she come to see that not all humans are villains, just as not all Na'vi are heroes? Filming has already begun in unusual ways. To make the production schedule work, the team has completed the first act of Avatar 4 even before the release of the second film. That may sound strange, but given the immense logistical challenges of shooting these movies, particularly with the groundbreaking technology Cameron insists on using, it makes sense. The design work for the rest of Avatar 4 is nearly finished as well, meaning Cameron is more than ready to dive deeper into the saga if the box office delivers. But here lies the great uncertainty. While Avatar 3 has already wrapped production and is locked in for a December 2024 release, the future of Avatar 4 and Avatar 5 still hangs in the balance. Cameron has been candid. Everything depends on how audiences respond. Hollywood is a business, and even for James Cameron, the green light isn't guaranteed. The director has admitted that he's concerned about whether 20th Century Studios will commit to the final two films. If The Way of Water underperforms, the franchise's grand 5-film arc may never be completed. Still, Cameron's faith in the story is unshakable. He insists that Avatar 4 will push viewers to the edge of their seats and that Avatar 5 will deliver revelations unlike anything the series has shown before. And yet he has also hinted at stepping away from the director's chair after Avatar 3. After nearly 13 years between the first and second films, Cameron knows the sheer scale of these productions can consume a lifetime. He has other projects he wants to pursue, and he's openly considered handing the reins to a trusted filmmaker who can carry his vision forward. This creates a fascinating tension. Will audiences ever get to see Cameron's full saga realized? Or will the torch be passed with another director shaping the Na'vi's destiny? For now, the answers remain uncertain, but one thing is clear. Cameron has laid the groundwork for one of cinema's most ambitious narratives. Thematically, the sequels promise to expand far beyond the story beats of the first film, where Avatar introduced us to Pandora and its lush ecosystems, and The Way of Water dives into the planet's oceans. The upcoming films will each unveil new cultures, new environments, and new moral dilemmas, and they won't abandon what came before. Landau has emphasized that every culture introduced will continue to play a role, weaving together into one massive tapestry. But the most daring creative risk is undeniably the decision to bring Neytiri to Earth. For her, humanity has always been represented by destruction. Burned forests, machines tearing through sacred ground, and the death of her loved ones at the hands of the RDA. What happens when she is confronted with the full truth of our world? with its beauty, its resilience, and its people who fight just as fiercely for life as the Na'vi do. Cameron and Landau's hope is that through Neytiri's eyes, audiences will be forced to reflect on their own world. It's a bold narrative strategy, one that pushes the series from a straightforward ecological parable into something deeper, something that asks us to examine not just Pandora's survival, but Earth's. Yet, for all this talk of themes and scripts, there's the ever-present shadow of financial reality. The original Avatar set the box office record with an astonishing $29 billion in global earnings. Can lightning strike twice, or 3, 4, 5 times? That's the question hanging over the franchise. Landau insists that each film is designed to stand alone, so that audiences won't feel shortchanged if the saga is cut short. But he also knows that together, the 5 films form one enormous story. Story that if left unfinished will always feel incomplete. The stakes could not be higher. The second film has to prove that the first was not a fluke of timing, technology, and novelty. It must remind audiences why Pandora matters, and why they should return for the journey still to come. If it succeeds, the future of cinema could once again be reshaped by Cameron's singular vision. If it fails, the dream of 5 films may vanish before Neytiri ever sets foot on Earth. For now, the waiting is almost over. Avatar. The Way of Water releases in just days, with Avatar 3 already set for December 2024. If all goes as planned, Avatar 4 will arrive in 2026 and Avatar 5 in 2028. That's the roadmap. But as Cameron himself has admitted, it all comes down to whether audiences are ready to return to Pandora and beyond. So as fans line up for the sequel, the questions remain. Will Cameron's bold vision survive the ruthless test of the box office? Will Neytiri one day walk among humans on Earth, her beliefs shattered and reshaped? And will James Cameron himself be there to guide her story to its conclusion, or will he pass the torch before the saga is done? Either way, the journey of Pandora is no longer just about an alien world. It's about us, our choices, our future, and whether we have the courage to see our planet the way the Na'vi will one day see it. That's the promise of Avatar's future. And now, the fate of that future rests with the audiences who will decide if the saga continues.